Hello guys, welcome you all to my channel. In this series, we'll be gonna looking machine learning algorithms. Under machine learning, we'll be going through supervised machine learning algorithms. So there are two types of algorithms, supervised and unsupervised. So in this series, we'll be going through supervised. So supervised learning is a type of learning in which machines are trained using well-labeled training data. On the basis of data, the machines predict the output. So the training data provided to the machines work as the supervisor that teaches the machine to predict output correctly. It applies the same constant concept as a student learns in the supervision of a teacher. So let's go through. So our goal is to demonstrate how decision trees is used for classification purpose. For that, we'll be importing the relevant libraries. So let's for this tutorial we'll be going to the penguins dataset. So let's capture some of the head of the dataset. As you can see, now let's go through the info of the data. There are around 6 features. Okay, it seems that there are some null values. Okay, so as you can see that we have around 5 features which have around null values. So let's see what the percentage of null values. So as you can see here guys, these are very much less than 1%. So it's easy that we can drop them. So we'll drop those null values. As you can see, we have got 334 rows. So before that, let's go through the shape of the data frame. Our data frame has around 334 rows and 7 columns. So let's put aside some categorical columns. So we are using list comprehension to do that. So species, island, and the sex is the categorical variables. So let's print some. Let's explore these categorical variables. Okay, as you can see, species has around 3 types: Adelie, Gento, and Chin steps, and island has around 3 unique values. Sex has around male, female, and there is some disturbances over here. So let's remove that disturbance. Okay. So now, since in machine learning algorithms, the machine learns only numerical values. So it won't understand these categorical values. So let's utilize dummy variable. Okay. So first we'll be utilizing get dummies. So as you can see, species Adelaide, species Chin step, species Gento have been shown over here. So there are around 12 columns as you can see over here. So we'll do one thing, we'll drop the first column of that dummy variable. So we are now with only 7 columns. Okay. So as you can see that we have reduced around 5 columns from 12 to 7. So let's visualize this. As you can see, there are around 3 species. We can see that they are can differentiate between those three penguin species. So let's move on to the next. We have defining variables over here. So let's give x and y. This is the target variable species, which we are going to classify. So x is having, you can see the head of the x here. We can see the shape of x around 7 columns. Okay, this is the target variable. So let's import our decision tree classifier from scikit-learn. Then we'll import train test plate in order to split the data set into training set and test set. So as you can see, test size is not mentioned. So let mention the test size. We'll have 70-30 distributions. Okay, there is some error. Now we'll run this. Okay, if you want to learn something more about decision tree classifier, you can go through this. So each details will be given about those classifier. For now, we'll just comment it. Now let's initialize this classifier into a variable called classify CLF, and we'll fit the classifier with X train and Y train since we'll be training on training data, since we are training the model on training data. So let's capture the predicted values into variable based predictions. Now we'll just evaluate this model. So for those evaluation, we are importing some of the metrics from scikit-learn. Okay, so as you can see, this is the confusion matrix over here. As you can see, these are true positives and all. Okay, for each one of the species. So let's plot the confusion matrix. Okay, so this is the visualization of the above table. So let's print the classification report. So overall, we are having an accuracy of around 94% using maximum depth as 4 and minimum sample sleeve as 8. So if you want, you can play with this these variables. You can set maximum depth to 2, leave samples to any number. Okay, as per given in the data sheet. So as you can see, these are the columns, and let's provide with the feature importances, like which features contribute how much. As you can see, the first 4 culminant length, culminant depth, and the body mass contributes much to the model. Rest all the variables are not contributing that much. So let's visualize the tree. So as you can see here, this is the decision tree that we are created. So these are having many of the variables: Gini, index, samples, how many samples it has been selected, what are the values. So these 3 values correspond to the species as seen above. So if you want to know Gini impurity is an important measure used to construct the decision trees. So it's a function that determines how well the decision tree was split. So basically it gives how best the decision tree has splitted. Okay, and the value of the Gini impurity ranges from 0 to 0.5. So if you are more curious, if you want to know more about, you can go through this link which I have provided over here. So now let's import the player plot. So this is the pair plot. So I hope you liked it. So if you are more curious, you can go through my GitHub profile, and you may get some of the codes. So if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and like